Hey guys, welcome back to the HomeTown Kitchen, where today I am with Anna Good. Hey Anna.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Who do you have with you today?
This is my husband, Edward.
Hi, Edward. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
So what are we making today?
Today we're making chicken and rice.
Okay.
It's a little bit of Senegalese style. So it's not something how you'd eat it every day here.
Great, that sounds awesome. Well, can you take us through what's actually going to go in this dish first?
Sure. One of the most important ingredients is the vinaigrette. So just a basic olive oil and vinegar.
Okay.
And you can just do equal parts. That's
Perfect.
super easy. And then onion, bell pepper, and tomatoes diced up. And then salt and pepper, 2 hard-boiled eggs. Mm-hmm. One ingredient that's special to us is a Senegalese bouillon cube called jumbo. And then butter, water, rice, brown or white. The protein is chicken leg quarters or chicken legs.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get started?
Well, first we're gonna have to cook our chicken.
Makes sense.
It's pretty easy. We'll preheat to 375.
So you mentioned pre-seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like to season this with?
Well, any kind of seasoning will do. Edward likes something spicy.
Okay.
So if I were making up my own seasoning, I would do obviously some salt and black pepper. Mm-hmm. I would put in paprika, garlic powder, maybe a powdered onion, any kind of seasoning. But this is just very simple: olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Okay. So there's really no rules?
No.
Okay.
No rules, no strict recipe. Usually on the chicken you buy, there'll be a basic cooking instruction for the oven. I just follow the instruction. There we are.
Perfect.
Ready to
Easy
go.
enough.
Yes. So we'll do this for 1 hour and 15 minutes in the oven.
What is next?
I think Edward should make the vinaigrette for us.
Would you mind, Edward?
Yes, I will try.
Thank you. So why is this recipe special to y'all? How did it get started?
So in Senegal, which is where he's from, they eat a lot of rice. So he likes to have a big plate of rice, and he loves chicken. He likes to kind of gnaw on the chicken bones. So definitely a bone-in thing. This is not, for your chicken breast or chicken, boneless chicken thigh thing.
Well, while he's doing the vinaigrette, should I help with the rice?
Yeah, sure. That'll be perfect.
Okay. So I imagine with all this food, you got to work off some of this food if you're eating like this. You're quite the runner, right, Edward?
Yes, after this, every day is my 2 hours and 45 minutes of workout, no stop.
Wow. That's impressive.
I need this for my race. Mm-hmm. If I don't have this meal, I'm not okay. I need this to do better. It's not just like to feel healthy.
Right.
It's remind me many things, like I start with this in Senegal, eating this before to go to race. Mom will make it. It is what we eat when we grow up in Senegal. Rice all the time, and for me is something I have to do every time before a race.
So this is the meal you're eating like before the Midsummer Night's Run?
Yes, I did it last year.
Okay.
And because we found out we have some stuff here that look like Senegalese.
Yep.
And I told Anna, why not? And
why not try it?
That's right.
now I'm happy we can make it here.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm really excited.
And now we're all going to know how to make it.
And we can go ahead and put our onion and bell pepper in our white bowl.
Okay.
Do some tomato.
Tomatoes.
The good thing about this is you can really add however much onion, pepper, or tomato that you want. Or if you prefer a particular type of onion. I usually just use like a yellow onion. And then I just always prefer Roma tomatoes. But
They are delicious.
some fresh Blount County tomatoes this summer would be just right too.
Yeah, that sounds good. But this is the recipe you guys have settled on that you
Yes.
love.
Yes.
This just works well.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing it, I don't talk a lot.
He has to concentrate.
We're making you talk now.
Yes, he he is not a chef de cuisine. He just, this is one of the few things, but he enjoys making this.
Good.
I can't seem to replicate it just right, so it works out well.
Well, at least there's some flexibility with the seasonings
Yes.
and the ingredients.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, I know this is your go-to meal. Does that mean it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you? How often do you eat this meal?
I would say twice a week,
Okay.
and during race time, and that will go between March to July,
Wow.
every weekend.
That's a lot of chicken and rice.
He prefers it for
Yes.
lunch.
And I will
Typically.
start the vinaigrette.
Perfect. And with these ingredients, do you need to measure, or is it kind of you're just eyeballing two parts?
Just eyeball.
Okay.
And sometime Anna asked me to go little because I will put it full
Okay.
of the bowl. I don't want
Yeah, we'll go a little at a time.
Yes,
You can always add more.
that's right. But usually just equal parts
Okay.
oil and vinegar. So if you want to measure out, you could do half a cup of each and just kind of go from there.
And then I want to know more about this seasoning. Is this something people can find easily?
This is a Senegalese bouillon cube. So it's really something simple. You're not going to find the same thing in your
Okay.
local
Use my
grocery
hand.
store.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. But the closest equivalent I found is the bouillon cubes in the Hispanic food section.
Okay.
They're a little stronger. They're 2 to 3 times the size of our typical bouillon cube, so they're richer.
Well, this smells delicious. Do you want me to start whisking?
Yes, you can.
Be perfect. Just give it a whisk.
You're gonna do it perfectly.
Oh, I don't know. I'm learning. And then I see you have some eggs here. Are these hard boiled?
They are hard boiled, and that's really the Senegalese like to decorate their dish, and usually that's with eggs. So if you're serving family style, you can do hard boiled eggs in half, long ways, and then
Oh, that's nice.
put around the plate.
So veggies are going to go right in, or are we pouring the dressing on top?
No, we're gonna
Put the veggies in here. Okay.
veggies in.
I'll let you do the honors. So it really just kind of coats it at this point,
It
right?
coats it, and then if you say, I'd really like a little more liquid or a little more juice, you just keep adding,
I check all the time to see.
squeezing the veggies over, turning it to the side. You can
Yes, I will
see
add a little
exactly
bit.
how much is in there.
It's nice that there's some room for personal preference.
Sure. Oh, yes. This is easy to change and do however you like.
So do you guys typically cook together?
Not typically. Usually it's if there's something like this particular sauce.
You
So,
guys are a good team.
yes, it works out well.
This is looking good. Mm-hmm. So you do need to add more of the seasonings as you add more liquid.
For Edward, you're always gonna, more is better. Always
More,
going to have more
more,
seasoning. But like we said earlier, you can add however much you want.
Okay.
To each his own.
So what should we prepare next?
Well, I think we can get our hard-boiled eggs peeled,
Okay.
ready to go, and get some of these things out of the way.
Do y'all have tricks for peeling a hard-boiled egg? Because it's not always the smoothest.
Edward does have a good trick.
I was hoping so. No pressure. So these will just be served with the chicken when it's finished, correct?
Right. This is really just for presentation and added protein, but on a big family style plate, it'll be perfect just to fill the empty spaces with about half an egg. And then I'll go ahead and try my trick for our boiled egg. Usually you can use a spoon and a flat knife or whatever you like and give it a good whop.
I like it when it's hot.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, hers worked better.
Yes, my method was much better.
Yes, mine is not working.
We'll have to remember that knife trick.
Yes, this is not working for me.
Here.
Look at this.
You're the chicken professional, not the egg.
No.
It'll do.
It'll do. It'll taste great. Does that make you feel better?
No.
We won't talk about whose looks better.
This is mine.
So our rice is finishing up. I'm going to
Perfect.
grab that for us, and then I think we're ready to plate.
I think so. Let's get our big bowl. This is perfect for family style.
So the rice goes down first.
Yes, if we're doing family style and we're making it Senegalese, then we'll do a big serving of rice down first. Normally in Senegal, we would eat out of this plate. You know, we would eat where the food is and not on smaller plates. Like I said earlier about presentation, in Senegal, everything is about presentation on your food. So Edward's mother taught me about smoothing down my rice before I serve it.
Well, especially if this is where people are eating from.
Yes, you want it to be pretty. So I think we're about ready for chicken.
Yes, the best part.
So we won't use it all, but I'll take the leg quarters and put it on top of the rice, kind of angled however you like, really. Easy enough for someone to grab. Now, I'll just cut these eggs in half, and in Senegal, we don't use cutting boards, anything like that. So we cut everything with the hand, obviously. This is not always very safe, but
Just be careful.
just be very careful. And I'll go ahead and I'll put my egg halves in the empty spaces.
That's pretty.
Just adds a little bit of color, and of course when we put our sauce on, it'll be just the most colorful plate.
And the sauce has just been sitting together.
Marinating, yes.
Marinating into goodness.
Just right. So I'll let Edward put our sauce on. Professional saucer.
And it'll just go on top of everything?
Yes.
Chicken, rice, everything. Okay.
We'll definitely cover all the rice. You know, you don't want to see a lot of white. And so if it's a very large family in Senegal, you'll see they'll have a very large family style bowl. And of course, you'll see some rice around the edge, but we try to cover as much as possible. So you're definitely not having a dry dish here. The rice will get coated with the marinade as well.
Yeah, that looks great to me.
Perfect.
You know what you're doing.
He does.
I think we've earned the right to try this.
I think so. I think we've earned it. It's kind of like we're going to work out, but we aren't.
But instead, we're just eating.
Right, we're just eating.
I will say we're gonna start first on the
rice.
rice.
Okay.
Make sure you get your little egg half. That's perfect. Typically, however many halves there are, that shows how many people the plate is for.
I love the idea that the eggs are sort of markers.
Yes.
How many people are in the meal. Well, guys, cheers.
Cheers.
How do we do? Could you eat at breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us in the Hometown Kitchen.
Thanks for having us.
Promise.
And we'll see y'all next time.